BHVR has just posted the newest developer update for the May 2024, and there are so many changes. Some really nice perk changes, a slight meta shakeup on the killer side. Borgo's finally not going to be as red anymore, and it's going to be a playable map. Many great killer changes and base kit changes. And toolboxes are gonna get a small sabo buff. So first of all, Chucky is getting Heidi Ho cooldown of 12 instead of 18 seconds. That is a massive, massive buff, but it comes with a downside. He can only scamper while performing a slice and dice. That means no double vaulting on pellets and easily forcing free hits. Chuckies actually have to commit to the power and maybe mind game something. I think this is a great change. Less cooldown will make him more fun to play, and it's not all going to be about the scamper, which is super, super nice. Next, we have the Cannibal, and we see part of his chili add-ons are going to be base kit. Not only that, but his chainsaw speed is also going to be increased. So the meta add-ons are going to be put into base kit. Baba, way too rare nowadays. Nobody's playing him anymore. He feels outdated, and this is such a great change. And also less collision, so there's not going to be as much environment collision. It's going to be easier to go around corners. And now the Deathslinger. The stun time when a survivor breaks out is going to be updated to 2.7. That was desperately needed because their one cooldown is 2.7 and it shouldn't have been 3 seconds. Yeah, that is a very, very nice change. And that's pretty much it. The other changes are minuscule. And Wesker, our favorite tunneling killer, his hindered penalty is now 4 seconds instead of 8. What a great change. This was so desperately needed. Being slowed down 8% felt absolutely awful. And one more thing was, if you're infected and you get tunneled, you're going to get -8. But now, instead of 50%, you're going to get 1% when you get off the hook. That is a huge change to make surviving against a tunneling Wesker way, way easier. So it's going to take longer to get infected. And even if you get infected, it's going to be 4% instead of 8. Huge, huge changes. I kind of like this. Being slowed down that much was just not very nice to play. It was not very nice to play against. -8 made it laughably easy to down literally anyone, no matter what they have. And that is going to change a little bit now, which I highly appreciate. And the Blight is going to get his double Eerie add-ons nerfed. They were way too overpowered, and it was adjusted. Right now, the Eerie tag is going to be 10% instead of 20. Well, that was definitely needed because they stacked way too well. And both of the add-ons are getting gutted. I think this is a good change because they were obnoxious to play against. Everyone played them because they were so fun. I can't blame the players, but yeah, they were just obnoxious to play against, and now they're getting tuned down. Very nice. Very nice. Toolboxes. So sabo speed is going to get increased. And the add-ons are getting nerfed. So they want to balance between repairing and subbing and make subbing a bit more lucrative and good. I don't know about that. Subbing, I personally don't like it that much as a mechanic, but yeah, we have to see how much this actually changed because we can't see the values on that one. So now the killer shake-up. So we have Deadlock. This is now 25 seconds instead of 30. That's a small number decrease. Deadlock, an extremely effective perk. You don't have to do anything to get value, but it has some counter synergies with the other high tier meta perks. All right, background player. Super annoying perk, and now it is going to get nerfed to 150% instead of 200, and the exhaustion duration is going to be 20 seconds now. So there's going to be a lot more of that one background player, but the movement speed bonus is less. I don't know. I mean, yeah, well, we need to see how this works out, but being able to do this more often might honestly be insane. 150% instead of 200, that's a good change. This perk is pretty OP if people die under pallets and there's someone hiding 20 meters out in a bush somewhere. It's just unreasonable for the killer to find them, and this will decrease the area, how far a survivor can be away and still get the pallet safe, which is good. This makes the strategy a bit more weak. So, Grow Embrace, arguably one of the strongest killer perks in the game right now, is going to get its duration reduced from 12 to 10 seconds. Yeah, really strong. Justified nerf, I guess. 2 seconds, is that going to make much of a difference? I think this perk is really, really strong still. And on the strong killers, it makes a huge difference. So, yeah, we're going to have to see, but it's going to be a bit better to play against. Decisive Strike, very popular right now, and it's gonna get the value that I think it should have had the whole time. It's going to 4 seconds. That is the middle ground between the 3-second stun and the 5-second stun. Very nice. It was a little too effective, and I agree with the developers on this. All right, Pop goes the Weasel. One of the meta perks, it is going to get its regression effect down to 20%. That is a severe nerf. I'm not sure if Pop is going to be played much at that point. I feel like 25 might be the correct value here, but shaking up the meta a little bit is definitely going to be nice. All right, Buckle Up. Yeah, that perk is absolutely obnoxious. It does not give endurance anymore. Now it gives a movement speed boost on the dying survivor. All right, cool. So that's a complete rework. I think this perk seems not that crazy strong. So yeah, Buckle Up, definitely one of the most annoying perks. I feel like this perk would have been fine if it wouldn't work with other people. But it does, and it was super annoying to play against, but I guess that is over now. All right, Pain Resonance, one of the strongest killer perks once again, and it's in 40% of all loadouts. Yes, I mean, it is definitely super effective, and the regression effect is reduced to 20%. Okay, interesting. So this is going from 25 to 20. I think this is okay. This is still going to be played even with 20%. It's still really worth it to bring. Invocation Weaving Spiders, and the invocation time goes down to 60 seconds, so half the time. So I'm pretty sure this means invocation is now time efficient. You're still going to be broken, obviously, but doing an invocation is more progress than you would get doing a gen, and it's not regressible. So this is actually a good perk now. I don't know if this is going to be meta. It depends on the killer a lot, right? Being broken can be such a huge downside. But you can definitely use that perk and you're not trolling anymore, which is nice to see. And now to the part that super excites me. Rework the lighting of the Shattered Square map. The Shattered Square map was red. Red is a horrible mistake. Never do red ever again. Why? Because scratch marks are red, auras are red, everything is red, blood is red. Don't have red elements in the map if every tracking element is red. That's just a mistake. And I'm so glad we're going to go back on that. I unironically love Borgo from a gameplay perspective, but the lighting of the map made it so bad that I did not really want to play on it. And this might be the change, unironically, that makes Borgo a good map. So I love this, and I'm a big fan. Rework pop-up for items. So this is quality of life, so new players can read what they're actually picking up and what the effect of the item is. Like an EMP, for example, that is pretty nice. I have a lot of hours, and there's going to be a dev live stream next week. Very exciting stuff. What do you think about this? I'm very excited about the majority of those changes. Very nice stuff. A lot of killer nerfs, but also DS nerf and background player nerf and general killer buffs. So that's pretty good to see. All right. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time.